Hi everyone, it's Friday night. Happy Easter to you all. And yeah, what can I say? It's the old lockdown haircut, you know. Get the old razor out. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah, no, it looks like I'm bald. I'm not really. It's just lockdown. And who cares? I'm alive. I had a heart attack 13 years ago. I'm still alive, you know. So I've seen 13 football seasons. I mean, that's my life, football. You know, you may be into running, you may be into whatever, but, you know, if you have a heart attack and you know what to do, you know, you're going to survive it. Most cases nowadays you do anyway, unlike my poor dad, who in 1976, when he was only 46 years old, died of a heart attack in the back of an ambulance. I have experienced that, being in the back of an ambulance after having a heart attack. So tonight's question, or topic, is what's it like having a heart attack? Everybody thinks having a heart attack, it's, you know, you've even seen photos. If you Google or YouTube having a heart attack, you see the guy grasping his chest, you know, and he's, you know, dying like that there. Or any movie, you see that. Mine wasn't like that at all. And I know a lot of other people who I was talking to when I was in the hospital, nothing like that at all. Do you know, I did not even have a chest pain. Not one chest pain at all. You know, everybody's heart attack is different. Everybody's heart attack treatment is different. I woke up on a Sunday morning and, do you know, the thing is, I knew right away I was having a heart attack. The very second I woke up, the very second that I put my foot out of the bed, I knew I was having a heart attack. I used to be a first aider, and they used to talk about when you're having a heart attack, you have this feeling of impending doom. Now, whenever the teacher said that about impending doom, I sort of thought, you know, my life is impending doom. You know, I mean, what is impending doom? You're worried, you know, you've got that feeling of impending doom. You know, in today's world, everything's impending doom. Look at COVID. But that morning I woke, sorry, grammar. But that morning I woke, I just knew that something was wrong. I just got out of bed and it was just a feeling. It really was just, you just felt it, you know, it just overwhelmed you. And then I sort of felt like I was going to throw up. You just felt sort of sweaty, nausea, but nothing came out. And then next minute I just went from the top of your bottom, the top there, and just went straight down to the bottom. And it just felt like you were going to have diarrhea. Excuse me for being so rude, but you know, I'm just telling you how it happened. But nothing came out. You know, so I wasn't sick, I didn't have diarrhea, but the feeling was all over my body. And then I just felt frozen. And I went into my bathroom, and in my bathroom there's a big round mirror, you know, and I looked in the mirror, and holy shit, I couldn't believe what I seen. You know, my face wasn't red, my face wasn't pale, my face was grey. My face was actually just like my father's face when I stared into the coffin and looked at him. It was like looking at a dead person's face. And that basically, well, never mind the diarrhea, that scared the shit out of me. So I phoned an ambulance, and lovely girl took the call and kept talking to me and, you know, trying to reassure me, keep calm, and all this, you know. And the thing is, I was calm, which was strange, you know. So the ambulance arrived, you know, the wife shouts out, oh, you've only got the flu, you know, but, you know, what's a wife gonna do, you know? No support at all. But anyway, the ambulance arrived, they come see me, take the, what do you call it, ECG. ECGs are great things, by the way. I've had quite a few in my life, and they are very accurate. So they take the ECG, they knew right away I was taking a heart attack. 8 o'clock, took the heart attack. 10 past 10, the ambulance arrives. By about 25 past 10, they worked out that I was having a heart attack and drove me up to the hospital. Whenever I got to the hospital, it was just like a scene out of Casualty. If you're in America, I don't know whether you get Casualty or not, but here in the UK, it's one of those programs where they sort of recreate a scene where you're having a heart attack, you know, all that, but, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, I'm bursting through the doors of the Casualty ward. Boom, straight in, you know, and it's, you're lying flat out, take your socks off, make sure your toenails are cut, you know, and sort of take your jeans off and all that. And then somebody says, yeah, we're going to give you this injection to bust the clot. There's a 1% chance you'll die. We need you to agree to blah, blah, blah for legal reasons and so on. Do you agree? So you're sort of lying there, you're having a heart attack and you're sort of, you know, you have a 1% chance of dying. You know, if they don't bust the clot, there's a 99% chance you're going to bloody die, you know. So obviously you say, yeah, you know. So they bust the clot and the next minute I'm back up in the ward. And then sort of after that, sort of family arrive and so on. And it's only whenever it's all over, later that night, and your family's gone, and you're lying in bed, they put you in a ward of your own the first night, and they sort of attach all these tubes and all to you, and they keep an eye on your blood pressure and your oxygen level. And if anything goes wrong, it actually did go wrong that night. I was actually had one of my sons in. I think both sons were in actually. And I don't know whether I'd taken some sort of wee mini heart attack or something, but I was talking to them when somebody rushed in and gave me, I think it's that wee nitroglycerin spray or whatever, they sort of opened my mouth and onto the tongue. And I don't know if you were a kid, you used to sort of get one of those wee batteries and you put it in your tongue and it sort of, you know, what it's like, you know, but that's what it felt like, you know, just sort of boom, just sort of exploded in your mouth, and then they went away again. I'll never know to this day what happened that night, but they did rush in when I was talking to my two sons and sort of give me that wee spray on the tongue, and then that was a Sunday night and I got one stent on the Friday, and that was 13 years ago, and Touchweed, that's me touching the wooden floor. I haven't had any problems at all. I sort of went to the cardio rehab and so on, but you know, that's deflecting from what we're talking about. The main question is, you know, what's it like having a heart attack? It's damn scary. I thought I was going to die. I really did. You know, sort of looking back, I sort of, you know, when I talk to people in work and so on, or I'm having a laugh and so on, you know, it's just a mild heart attack. No heart attack. I mean, if you have a heart attack, no heart attack is a mild heart attack. If you have a heart attack, it's a heart attack. Even if it's mild, it will do some damage to your heart. Now, if you get treatment within an hour, they say that there'll be no real scar damage. All I know is, anytime after that where I've had a threat of a heart attack and I've had them out and they do an ECG, they actually know that I had a heart attack in 2008. They can tell by the ECG. Once they put the pads on you to do the ECG, they know that I've had a heart attack. You know, they can tell that. You know, but anyway, you know, what's it like to have a heart attack? It's damn scary. You know, once they discovered that I was having a heart attack, they put you into a wheelchair, and the ambulance is sitting outside, the lights are flashing, and my wife and I were minding my granddaughter at the time. She was only about 6, and my wife obviously couldn't come up to the hospital with me, so I was wheeled into the back of an ambulance, and all that was going through my head was, you know, my dad had died in the back of an ambulance. And I sort of looked at the door of my house as the doors were closing in the ambulance, and sort of wondering, you know, would I ever be back there? And the trip sort of from the ambulance to the hospital, it was just surreal. It was just, you were lying back there. Now, luckily enough, being a first aider, I had the presence of mind to relax and sort of calm myself down, and not to let my heart sort of, you know, go really overboard. I sort of tried to calm myself down. I knew I was having a heart attack. Obviously, if you're having a heart attack, you could die from a heart attack. But you know, you've got to try and. It's hard to describe that moment, because even 13 years later, I can see myself in the back of that ambulance. I can actually still see myself arriving at the ambulance, and I remember being thrust through those doors, about 7 people being there ready to bust the clot and do all the work, and all I was worried about was whether I'd cut my toenails. It's strange the things that go through your mind when you've had a heart attack, you know, simple stupid wee things. It was like the day I had the heart operation to get my stent, being claustrophobic, I wasn't even worried about getting a stent. I was more worried about the fact that the operation was 2 floors up and I was going to have to get the elevator. You know, it's just strange. Having a heart attack, it changes your whole life. You know, it's like you've got a tattoo. You know, it's like you've got a tattoo saying I've got a heart attack, but you don't have a heart attack. But you do. And it's always in your mind. You know, I would sort of talk about it and people would say, oh, you know, you don't want to dwell on this, you don't want to dwell on that. Okay, you've had a heart attack, move on. No, you don't move on. Share it with other people. You know, give other people advice. You know, there's so many things about a heart attack that you sort of realise. And I've made other videos like signs of a heart attack, like jaw pain, heartburn and so on. You know, ways of, if you have a heart attack, slip a couple of aspirin onto your tongue and that will sort of dissolve and sort of create a small passage into that clot and sort of keep you alive until the ambulance arrives. Small little things that can save people. A lot of people out there, you know, they really don't have the knowledge of a heart attack and what happens when you have a heart attack. When I was having the heart attack, whenever I was wheeled into the emergency ward, I actually felt guilty because the girl that was at the side that was giving the morphine out, she turned around and she said, what's your pain level from 1 to 10? I didn't have any pain. And I actually felt guilty that I didn't have any pain. I mean, how weird is that? I felt guilty because I wasn't having any pain. So I vaguely remember saying, 7. I didn't have any pain. I could have said 0. But I said 7. So they give me more morphine, you know? And I still remember it. I don't know what the morphine didn't do any good at all, you know? But no, I remember, the most thing I remember about having a heart attack was later on that night when everything was done and you were sort of lying in the bed, and where I was lying in the bed you were able to look out and you seen all the lights of Belfast city centre lit up, and you're just lying there and you realise just how unimportant you are in the whole scheme of things in the world, you know, and how petty some, you know, things are in life, and how you should enjoy your life and not worry about some things, you know. It's whenever you have a heart attack that you realise, you know, there are important things in life, and you know, they're more important than sort of, it's hard to put in words. I really don't know how to put it in words, but what happens when you have a heart attack? You realise that life is short. Fortunately, I've had 13, I don't even call them 13 years. As you can see by my Man City badge here, I'm a big football fan. I don't even call them years. I just say I've had 13 more football seasons to watch football. I've had 2 more World Cups, 2 more Euros. That's the way I look at life. You know, I love sport, I really do. And I'm here to see another bit. You know, who knows what's round the corner? Nobody. You know, I could have another heart attack. But I'll tell you something, if I do have another heart attack, I do know the signs, I do know what's coming and what they expect. And if you watch my videos, you will actually see, you know, my heart health videos. You will see some of the things to watch out for. So if you're watching this video, you're concerned about your heart health, or you're concerned about your health in general, you know, if you've got a YouTube account, subscribe to my channel, Health and Wellness, and hit that wee bell there so that you can keep up to date with all my videos. I'm just sort of starting this channel, and I don't really know where I'm talking a load of crap or not, you know, so some of your comments would be appreciated. So if you could leave a comment, I would appreciate it. You know, it's alright sitting here and telling my story, but I want to hear your story. I'm not the only heart survivor, and that's what we are. We are survivors, every single one of us. I don't want to hear my story. I told my story. I want to hear your story. Very interested in your story. So if you're watching this and you have a tale to tell, leave a comment below. You know, let's all talk about it. You know, help each other out. You know, what did you do to help yourself? You know, what are you doing now? Are you getting enough exercise? Are you going out for a walk? Are there any vitamins that you're taking? I'll tell you one thing that I'm taking, and it's a real big help. It's extra virgin olive oil. I actually spray it with a wee spray on the food. And I don't know if you've ever touched extra virgin olive oil. It's so slippery. And I'll tell you something now. It's one of the best things for your heart. And you see tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a video on that. Video? Seriously? Who watches video nowadays? DVD's the way to go. In fact, is DVD even the way to go? Does anybody watch it? No? You watch YouTube or what do you call it? You know? But anyway, listen, thanks for watching. Do subscribe. Do leave a comment. We all need to talk to each other. You know, we're all survivors. And what's it like having a heart attack? Just told you. Now, you tell me. You tell me about yours. Alright? Have a good Easter. Thanks for watching. Take care.